good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. My name is Mr. Jason, and today I have a read aloud for you. Welcome back to Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. As you know, yesterday was the 4th of July, our Independence Day, the independence of the United States. So I felt to stay in that same vein and to keep with that theme, I decided to read a story by Robert Harris and illustrated by Laurie Hamilton called A New Flag. This story takes us on a brief history of how our flag became our flag that we see today. The red, white, and blue flag that we see today. The stars and the stripes of red and white. Now, what most don't know is our flag was made by an unlikely character, someone who didn't really have much to do with the war, someone who was just doing their due diligence for the country that they loved. So join me as we read a historical story, A New Flag, written by Robert Harris, and Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. A New Flag, written by Robert Harris, illustrated by Laurie Hamilton. Back in 1776, the people in this country were fighting a war. Crowds of people were fighting to be free from a country called England. Fathers and brothers joined in the fight. Mothers and sisters helped too. One woman who helped was Betsy Ross. One day, Betsy Ross sat by the fireside in her home. An oil lamp burned beside her. She worked on a gown. In and out went the needle. A tall man greeted her. It was General George Washington. He led the men and boys in the big fight to be free. Now, some people call him the father of our land because he was so brave. "Will you help us?" he asked Betsy Ross. "How can I help?" she asked. "My boys are fighting hard," he said, "but they need something to make them feel they can win. They need a flag that stands for this land. Can you make this flag?" "I will start right now," said Betsy Ross. "But first, we should plan how the flag will look." "How about a flag with stars and stripes?" asked General Washington. "We can have 13 stars and stripes to stand for the 13 states. The stars can have 6 points." "That sounds fine," said Betsy Ross. "But let's make the stars have 5 points." "I like that," said the general. They chose red, white, and blue for the flag. Then Betsy Ross started to make the flag. She was glad to help out. She felt proud when it was done. "The flag is the first flag of the United States of America," she said. The flag gave people hope. It made them feel proud of their land. Today, our flag looks a lot like the flag that Betsy Ross made. When we see it, we feel just as proud of our land as Betsy did. I hope you learned a little something about history. I know I did. A New Flag was a story that I'd never heard before, and I'm glad that it was requested and I was able to find it to read to you guys. Thank you for joining me for another story. I had a blast reading with you as I always do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Because without you guys, there's not much for me to do. Because believe it or not, I've come this far all because of you. So thank you for that. So with that being said, I can't wait to read again with you soon. And don't forget, keep reading.